All right, match begins in 3, 2, 1.
All right. After the long-awaited long-awaited match, excuse me. Oh, game sound. There we go. Now we're
We
good.
see an early PC by Doremy. It looks like that's going to be the first match for Doremy immediately, unless Uyeshota can do a lot with this zone.
Yeah, I feel like he's somebody that can make a lot out of a little bit. Oh, it's only 13, but
still, it completely erases what was back-to-back PCs by Doremy, so really impressive stuff to survive that. A lot of players would have been just dead right off the bat. And just like that, Uyeshota's completely turned the tables.
all right, let's go. Finals between Doremy and Uyeshota is heating up. We're probably approaching that second phase, and then as iterated earlier, phase 3, the messy garbage, happens around the 60k mark, and we'll see if either of these players can take an advantage into that phase 3. All right, Uyeshota seems to have kind of found his stride a little bit after that issue early on there. Countering some of Doremy's attacks. Let's see for Tetris. All right, Uyeshota finding a stride. I'm really not sure who's going to take this.
Yeah, we're seeing some pretty standard play from both players. Just kind of standard T-spins, feeling out the match, I'd say.
All right. I feel like Doremy should have a stronger zone going into that. He tried to find that 20. He had the right idea. I think if he had the proper IRS there, which is actually easier said than done. So there's some settings in Tetris Effect to help you hit those 20 combos called initial rotation system. What it entails is that during line clear delay, or if you're holding the button preemptively, you can have the piece spawn already rotated, and using that mechanic, you're able to hit those very large combos and send larger attacks to your opponent.
See, Uyeshota is going to have to do a lot with this quarter zone, and it does not look like that's going to be enough. Oh, never mind. He's fine. I take back everything I said.
And speaking of Purify, Uyeshota is tied with Blink, I believe, right? With for the Purify record.
They are exactly tied for the
Yeah.
world record in that mode, which is more of like a down stacking focus mode, and you definitely see that coming to bear here.
Okay, is that a half zone? So he had a little bit more time than the quarter zone, but he's going to be under a lot of pressure here. Oh, he has another quarter zone.
I think that was there, Uyeshota, like really knowing or looking at his bar and seeing how much garbage he could take.
Yeah. I think Doremy hasn't really stopped on the pressure. Oh, actually, he negated it. So very well done by Uyeshota to kind of bring himself back into this just a little bit. Like, I thought he was dead for sure, to be honest.
I mean, this has been like insane defense, absolutely crazy defense. And now I'd say, like, honestly, it's an even game with the spike that Uyeshota has built up.
Yeah. He's kind of at a comfortable board state, or board height, rather. So he's able to build some more aggressive moves.
That missed.
Yeah. Turns it into a T-spin single and now a double with that foresight.
Yeah, it looks like he had enough room to get a full zone out of that.
Doremy's putting on a lot of pressure. I think Uyeshota's downstacking is great. But not... Okay, I don't want to say it too soon. So close.
Yeah, it looks like to me that Uyeshota is just showcasing like unbelievably strong fundamentals and just game sense to stay alive, but Doremy has much cleaner play going into the first
Sorry,
match.
refreshing that because I think I was having some sound issues. It should be okay. There we go. little better. You know what? Let me turn down the quality. That should be good.
$19 zone from Doremy, 56. Should be enough to give him a bit of an advantage.
Ooh, Uyeshota with a messy board. See if he can somehow navigate through this. I think he's toast. Doremy with a quick win. I mean, we were kind of seeing that in the earlier set of Uyeshota versus Bite. You know, Uyeshota finding these situations where there's really no fix because he's just trying to move too quickly. And
yeah, if Uyeshota doesn't clean the play up a little bit, it's not gonna be good because Doremy, his T-spins have just been on another level.
right.
And now we have a little back-to-back T-spin triple action from Doremy. And he follows it up with a huge combo.
Yeah, pretty much even right now. Uyeshota's playing quite well to start things off.
Yeah, hasn't really taken any garbage.
I do think Uyeshota, like Blink, has that speed advantage. So if he can, you know, find that efficient play and keep up with this T-spin pressure that Doremy's able to apply, definitely Uyeshota can take some games.
Yeah, right now, Doremy has to do something to get Uyeshota out of rhythm, because if you just let him sit there and LST stack and just, you know, be a T-spin factory, as they say, then
Right.
it's just not going to go well for you.
Looks like Uyeshota is starting to find a bit of a rhythm. I think this pressure Doremy's applying to him is kind of, you know, awakening him quite a little bit.
Yeah, and you know, if you're a little nervous or you feel like you're not in rhythm, just stack Tetrises. It's the name of the game. It'll help you, you know, kind of find your game. And I think that's kind of what he did there. He just stacked Tetrises for 10 seconds.
That's not a bad thing, especially opening, because of the soft drop speed, right? Like, really, if you think about it, especially with the clean garbage early off, Tetris openers aren't that bad in this game. If you just want to have a conservative opener.
Right, that's the nice thing about Tetris Effect, is that you're really not at a huge disadvantage if your opener isn't some fancy thing that you memorize.
Yeah, the big crux for victories in this game is definitely your efficiency on your zone combos and just knowing when to use zone and stuff like that. I feel like it's more macro and strategy oriented. Of course, you need the you still want the skills that Doremy has, right, to hit that efficiency and whatnot. But there's more at play. Is what I'm getting.
Yeah, I disagree, Shen. I think you should just stack Tetris.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that is all it takes. I don't want to discourage anybody out there that thinks that this is more than they can handle.
You can give that a go against me later if you'd like.
All right, we'll see.
Doremy with a... I don't know if that was a misread or what. He tried to like turn a T-spin triple, try to set up a T-spin triple, do a T-spin, but maybe just having some pressure from Uyeshota, and yeah.
He could have been just trying to kind of, you know, create some space for himself, as he's got that messier board. I think Doremy's got a nice downstack combo ready to go here, though.
Yeah, I'd say. Okay, yeah, nice. That was a good time to zone because there was some pretty Oh, he meant to get a T-spin there, but still pretty open downstack. He might need to use that quarter zone, yeah. See, hopefully he can bring this down.
That late eye killed him because he was waiting for that eye block so they could continue the combo, and it just never came.
Uyeshota with his first point in this 1st to 10 matchup.
See if Uyeshota can carry that rhythm into the rest of the match. Standard TKI. Well, that's not TKI. Standard T-spin double setup into a PC option here.
Interesting board state from Uyeshota. Finding some clever ways to get through it.
He's like, listen, I have a T-spin ready to go. Just give me a second.
All right. Uyeshota ready to stride down that right well with some Tetrises.
Yeah, he's got that zone ready to go. Oh, but he's choosing not to use it.
I think that's a okay choice because you want to, when you zone, you want to throw in T-spins, right? Just for that maximum attack. So maybe he's holding for a more opportune time.
That is true.
And with line clear delay being out of the picture with zone, you can work through T-spins faster in a way.
That is a good point. You know, I've also sometimes thought about with the zone mechanic, you know, depending on where your opponent is, it might not be worth it to zone because while you're zoning, they have that opportunity to downstack from their high position. So maybe that could have played a role as well.
Battle of setups there. Uyeshota did a T-spin triple tower, but Doremy, of course, is always going to have something crazy on his side if you give them time to build. I don't even know what to call what Doremy had set up. Oh, rough T-spin misdrop from Doremy.
He has a fractal if he can get that second T-piece.
Yep, you're right.
Yeah, the blocks really, the heart of the blocks were in Doremy's favor there. He got everything he needed.
Yeah, very quick fix. You don't want to dwell too long on your misdrops. You just want to keep moving and try your best to come up with a solution as you keep some
Doremy
speed.
only has quarter zone. Gets to half zone there before he has to take about a half board of garbage. But now he will impromptu DT cannon.
And he had to do that quickly, right? Because that half zone does not last long in phase 3.
Oh, this is again unfortunate for Doremy. He doesn't have that second T-piece ready to go.
Doremy under pressure. What is the move here?
Uyeshota stacking Tetrises like the champ he is.
Okay, Doremy finding some... He has actually a really good board for downstacking and able to get a 6 combo to kind of bring that down a bit.
Look at how fast Uyeshota used his zone attack. Blew through it, got a quick 41.
I mean, if you can move through it very fast and maintain that efficiency, that's the dream, right? Because it gives you more time to kind of apply pressure, and he can just kind of T-spin out of zone to just keep that pressure up at that point.
Right, it's the best of both worlds in that situation.
Uyeshota ties it up 2-2. This is going to be a doozy of a set.
Look at that zone attack per minute. 792 for Uyeshota. Don't try that at home. You will not succeed. Oh, see, now Uyeshota really looks like he has a nice rhythm to his play. He is flying.
All right. Doremy set up for some pretty standard T-spins and Tetrises. He's going to want to find his way to that left well.
Yeah, now I think we're kind of seeing the kind of play I expect out of the first phase of Tetris Effect at a high level. Just, you know, just kind of building that meter, building that zone gauge.
I agree 100% because you don't really need to do anything way too fancy in phase 1. You just want to just farm zone, and of course if you can get some kind of advantage, it's nice because you can kind of carry that over slowly into phase 2, which then can carry over into phase 3. But I mean, it's even good to accept the garbage early, right? Because it's all so clean, so it's kind of hard to say how to best go about it. I think for the most part, you just want to play safe and consistent so that you can carry on.
Yeah, you know, Beastin, it kind of reminds me like the old StarCraft days where it's like, well, you know, in the early game, just kind of, if I can sneak an early win, maybe I take it, but Otherwise, just kind of play the macro game.
Absolutely. You know what? We did play StarCraft together, didn't we?
Way back when.
I forgot we were StarCraft homies. That was a long time ago. Good times. But anywho, yeah, that's a great analogy for anybody that does play StarCraft.
For the 5 people that play StarCraft, for the 2 people in this broadcast that would play StarCraft.
Okay, so Doremy with a kind of odd situation here. I don't think he's going to be able to get past 16 here because didn't really have the best opportunity. So I think Uyeshota can pounce here.
Yeah, Doremy's just gonna. I mean, if I were him, what?
Some very awkward misdrops from Uyeshota to kind of throw that advantage.
I don't think Doremy's in a great situation to take advantage of this, though.
So yeah, just kind of balances out.
Yeah, Uyeshota's got 2 T-spins ready to go right here. We're gonna see him now.
Yeah, nice combo there from Uyeshota. Little quick burst.
And you see the effect, in this 3rd phase, what that kind of little downstack combo is going to do to your opponent's board. Oh. Doremy really doesn't have the blocks to downstack combo here, so he's going to upstack with zone. But with that misdrop, I think this might be it.
Yeah, Uyeshota does have a bit of a gap there, but he should be able to kind of turn it into something else. Oh. Good try there from Doremy.
Yeah, you got to give credit to Doremy there. He really exhausted every last option he had, even popping the quarter zone there at the very end. I probably would have given up if I were him, but he did not.
Man, Uyeshota is heating up. I feel like the longer the set goes on, the more comfortable he's becoming. It's kind of scary.
Yeah, Uyeshota has just a great board for T-spins right now. And I feel like for how early in the game Doremy's gotten some really lucky RNG with the garbage, don't you think? Like, oh, well, never mind, I take it all back. Now his garbage great.
Yeah, Doremy has a great board now, so can work through this and get a nice burst.
Yeah, it's going to be the battle of 2 big spikes coming up here. Doremy has a little bit of time before Uyeshota finishes his zone.
You know, I like that decision by Uyeshota, kind of cut it earlier, but he was setting up his next move. So it's okay, even if he has to accept some garbage here from Doremy, because it's still ideal to accept it at this point.
Yeah, it's not, I think that's an issue that I run into a lot with my zone, is that I will zone and then it kind of ends with a misdrop, and I don't really have a game plan to follow it up. But if you can follow up your zone with like a quick, Tetris or T-spin right off the bat, that could be enough to get you a win.
Yeah, absolutely. Alright, so these players are pretty neck and neck, I feel like, after they've kind of gotten used to, they've acclimated to each other's play styles, and they're pretty even in score, as we see, so they're efficiency
matches. Yeah, I would say so. I think we're starting to see, too, some of those signature T-spins from Doremy. I know he had like a really nice floating T-spin earlier, so starting to see some of what we saw from Blink. He gets another Ultimatress there with a 52, so kind of a low line count for an Ultimatress. But now look at this set of 3 T-spins.
What's going to happen
3 T-spins,
here?
and he's got that well. I don't see how. Yeah, I don't see how.
He can't really accept that much. Oh, it's going to need some master play here. I don't see it, though. He can farm another zone. No, it's not.
I know, he needed to farm 1 more quarter zone out of that to survive, I'd say. But even then, he was going to be in such a bad position. So now we're 3-3. And both players go PC. Doremy surprisingly doesn't convert it. I don't know if that was intentional or not.
No, I have a feeling about this match that it's going to come down to the wire. It's a very very close matchup. I really hope for a decider for the hype, for hype purposes.
I hope so too. Oh, Doremy doing a really interesting T-spin mini setup to get his back-to-back in this zone. This might be a 52. Yeah, 53 for Doremy. But I think Uyeshota is going to be able to answer.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't think Uyeshota is under too much pressure right now. Doremy a little slow with that follow-up. So, yeah, pretty even. Although
yeah,
Doremy does have a zone advantage currently, I suppose.
Yeah, I think that, you know, the more high-level matches I watch for Tetris Effect, I think that that's kind of what the first phase of the game is about. It's farm your zone and then kind of a competition of who's going to have the better zone attack. And then that is going to decide who has the advantage going into phase 2.
Yeah, I can agree with that, especially like we just saw, Doremy was able to time that zone attack into the phase 3 because he had that zone advantage. If you are watching the score at high level, you can also be that first to, you know, be the aggressor in phase 3 is ideal. So
yeah, and I think that that's something that Doremy is definitely taking advantage of, because we saw in his match against Blank, against Blank, that was something he did. He got a couple quick wins just off of big spikes right at the phase change. So now Doremy's just stuck, or excuse me, now Uyeshota is just stuck down stacking through some heavy garbage.
Alright, 36 attack there from Doremy, and he's set up for, looks like a T-spin triple into a super T-spin. So for the uninitiated, a super T-spin is that exact setup we see just a moment ago. It's like that, kind of see a square cubby that's created by a L or J piece, and you can get 2 T-spins out of that.
Uyeshota, out of a really messy board, pulled a 19 combo, but Doremy really didn't even seem affected by it. He's playing really well right now.
Oh, nice read from Doremy. Oh, but he misses the spin.
I think he's going to be okay, as long as he can get that Tetris. Oh, and he hits the overhang.
Nice. Very good decision making there from Doremy to clean that up efficiently.
Yeah, Doremy, it was really genius play by Doremy, I think, because he set up his garbage that he had an option to go T-spin double or T-spin triple with that overhang, and it was, you know, that's just some really impressive stuff. The versatility, the creativity, everything about him. He's so good.
So far in this match, I mean, I feel like the score is a tell of who's really being the most efficient. Doremy is bringing it so far to Uyeshota right now. That higher score count. Of course, it's not, doesn't really signify too much, but it does signify their play style in a way.
It definitely signifies who is the aggressor in the match.
Yeah.
Even if Uyeshota does, you know, take the win here, but you know, if you look at Doremy's board, a lot of the garbage holes were all on that left side, which is pretty conducive to downstack combos. I don't know if I agree with that eye block piece, though.
Ooh. How's this gonna play out? I think Uyeshota might have the better of Doremy here.
With a 1947. Well, yeah, Doremy's forced into using the quarter zone.
Okay.
Doesn't have a T block coming. So yes, we
Fortunately for
decides to
Doremy,
downstack out of that.
Uyeshota did run into a misdrop there to slow him down a
Oh,
little
did
bit.
he?
Otherwise, I think he might have been dead, but...
But, you know, look at this here, a 4-wide
no.
for Uyeshota. He's not playing around anymore. He saw 150k, he's like, I want this game to be over.
He's going for the kill move.
For Doremy, again, has half zone, but he's too high to really make good use of it.
It might have been
And look at
smarter
this,
to use
another
earlier,
4-wide.
honestly. It's kind of hard to read that in the heat of the moment, but... You know, he's not dead just yet. Uyeshota's trying to hammer it home here with this 4-wide.
But he misdrops the 4-wide, is that going to matter? No, it's not.
Good game.
Uyeshota giving the people what they want. 4 wides over and over and over again.
I feel like the set's going to be pretty long, just because, like I was saying earlier, I feel like a close matchup in zone battle has a really long set, whereas, you know, even if you have like a small advantage, it won't last nearly as long. These guys are actually very close in skill level, so we're seeing these long 5 minute
we
sets
could go
or
we could go to
matches.
phase 3 every single game.
I'm okay with long sets, to be honest.
Oh, it looks like Doremy's caught a little bit. Was that a fin? Yeah, Doremy got caught at the top of his zone there, only a 29. So he's going to be in a defensive position now.
Okay.
Oh, but he, you know, in the after effects, he's able to pretty much even it up.
Oh, that square placement is interesting.
Definitely not intentional.
I never know. Sometimes, like, all right, what are you doing with that, man? But it probably was a misdrop.
Look at what Uyeshota is doing. Uyeshota looked like he was about to do a 4 wide, and then he immediately misdrops twice. Clearly, the Tetris God's not on his side there, punishing him for that decision. But he, I mean, like the pro he is, cleans it up no problem.
Right. Okay. Pretty efficient there from Doremy. Yep, it's a 54.
Yeah, I
Not
don't think
too
there was
shabby.
anything more he could have got out of that. Nice little double T-spin sit up. Oh man, Shen. We're in for another long one.
I
I
know.
don't see
I
anybody
am.
really...
I'm kind of into it right now. If I get quiet, it's just because I'm really watching this game. But yeah, this is crazy. I think, like I said, these guys are going to bring us long games every time. So this is definitely it's a long arc in this this anime match for sure.
Oh my gosh, the T-spin triple from Doremy, and an answer with a C-spin from Uyeshota, but there's no second T-spin for him. I mean, that's just the kind of survival you see from this class of players. It's like, oh, I'm on row 18, that's fine. That's enough room for a T-spin triple.
Okay, these guys are once again back to pretty much even footing. How will they create an advantage for themselves? It looks like they're both kind of doing the same thing, just trying to find that efficiency until they realize they have to play more defensive and then use their zone.
Yeah, I think that, you know, there's so many things that make these players great, but just for what stands out to me is the quarter zone use. Every time you think one of these guys is dead, they just pop a quarter zone, get a 10 combo, and it's like, oh, well, we're back, you know, we're back even.
Oh, that was a rough misdrop from Uyeshota. I think Doremy has the full-on advantage now, absolutely. Just one misstep in this high-level play, man. Uyeshota, they were both playing very consistently. That one misdrop, man.
One misdrop, you look at their stats, both going 125, both going 100 APM, 100 attacks per minute. Now we see PCs from both players.
Alright, Doremy versus Uyeshota. This is the TEC Winter 2021 Zone Battle Tier 1 Finals. Organized by Chris Forrest in the Enhanced Discord. Thanks, Chris, for putting this on. And, man, this is a treat. This is probably the highest level zone battle currently. There might be a few other players out there, but this is definitely as good as it gets.
Yeah, and we have a true world affair here. Doremy from France, Uyeshota from Japan. So you're really seeing that, you know, it is a global game.
I feel like with the summer release in this summer, the game will be released on Steam and PS4. Actually, I think all the whatever has Tetris Effect already that doesn't have Tetris Effect connected will be have a free upgrade to Tetris Effect connected. So I think we'll see a large jump in player base from Japan. Comes to mind because, you know, PlayStation is more popular of a system there. So kind of curious to see how this game grows, and I'm happy to take advantage or create a scene early on.
Yeah, that's a great idea. And I know Uyeshota is a huge ambassador for this game on Twitter. You always see him, tweeting about it, talking to the Japanese community, trying to force them to buy the game. And a lot of what they say is that they're waiting for that PlayStation release. So
right.
I'm definitely excited for it to be released.
Oh, there's the 20 from Doremy.
Look at that. Has anybody but Doremy in this bracket gotten Ultimate Boost yet?
I don't think we have seen one from Uyeshota yet. Doremy is definitely seems to be the most keen to finding those setups.
I mean, it's definitely something worth practicing when you think that, that's a 60. Look at the position that it puts Uyeshota in.
Yeah, it adds a lot, especially in these close matches. Like, it really put Uyeshota in a lot of trouble there. Being able to find those 20 combos is a skill. I think if Yoshimi is in the chat, I play against him a fair amount on the ladder, and I feel like I can be more efficient or faster, but he's able to find those 20 combos, so it's cool to have that be a part of the skill set.
Uyeshota is pretty much just down stacking now. Has no zone.
Oh! Doremy takes it.
It's now 5-4. Doremy edges ahead. Oh, and look at what Doremy had set up there. Back-to-back T-spin triples. So there was no
no surviving that.
There was no getting out of that. There was a plan A and a plan B.
Anyone just tuning in, we are doing a giveaway for Tetris Effect codes, courtesy of Enhance. Huge thanks to them for doing that. Definitely makes it more fun to be a viewer if you have a chance to gamble. Well, you're not really losing anything, so if you have a chance to enter. Bento Boxer, on the other hand, has lost some of his earnings on some gambling on our other streams, but...
Oh, you're giving me flashbacks right now. It was worth every penny. Uyeshota bails out of that. He just decides to downstack through that T-spin triple little cannon he had. Kind of disappointed in him.
Yeah, he should definitely play better for us.
I just want him to think about what I, the commentator, wants to see out of him.
Right. Perfect play.
Winning,
only.
losing, that's not really my concern. Alright, Uyeshota has a huge, super clean board to go into this zone. Let's see what he does with it.
Yeah, and he's going through it with some speed. So if you're not going to be as efficient in the T-spin department, you definitely can make up for it with speed, right? Because if you get through it quickly, it just gives you more time to create T-spins, farm zone after the fact. So
really unfortunate from Doremy. I don't know if you saw there, but he was ready to respond to Uyeshota's zone, but he misdrops right at the top, and that's going to cost him.
We are tied up at this halfway point in the set. They're literally going back and forth. Long matches. This is crazy. I called it earlier. He's going to come down to the wire.
Uyeshota answering my call, going with the back-to-back T-spin triples here out of that LST stacking he used to start the game. And oh, he keeps going. Let's go. Into a C-spin. This is fantastic. I could not have asked for anything more.
You like your C-spins, don't you? I feel like every time we see a C-spin, you get a little excited.
I don't want to make this about me, but C-spin was the first double triple I learned.
Oh, okay.
As a player.
All right, Doremy. Not with a weaker combo when it comes to Doremy. We'll just put it that way. 39 combo. He didn't really get to maximize the amount of lines sent there. So we'll see if Uyeshota can take that to an advantage. Gets a 19, 47. But, you know, with Doremy constantly being the initiator, he already has 3/4 zone, right? So it's like...
Right. And in that last match, Doremy was in this exact position, ready to counter spike, and he misdropped. So now we see that he's ready to take advantage, and he's succeeding in that now.
Okay, good decision making there from Doremy. It's like he's gonna throw down some efficiency there while he's working through this.
Gets a little T-spin single action in there. But Uyeshota just keeping it simple.
We'll see if that works here.
Yeah, I don't know if he has the room. Oh, well, that combo is going to save.
That wasn't too bad. I'll say that was actually good. He did a good thing there. Called good Tetris play, everybody.
He saved himself with a down stack combo at the very end of that zone. And now we're seeing more T-spin triples. I hope he's not mad at me in this kind of response. We're seeing an abnormal amount of T-spin triples.
Oh, I didn't catch it.
6-5. I think that was the best we've seen Uyeshota play today.
137, 114. It's pretty
137,
good.
114, 7 or 8 T-spin triples. An absolute maniac.
Oh.
Now we see... Oh, he misdrops the LST stacking. But he's able to maintain it now.
No big deal at this point. See, all it does is open you up for some nice clean garbage to work through.
Yeah, and he's going to continue with these back-to-backs into a nice downstack combo. What's Doremy doing? Let's look. Not much, just accepting the garbage in phase 1.
Alright, Doremy initiates. Throwing down some T-spins here and there. And looks like Uyeshota doesn't want to wait too long.
Yeah, you know, if you notice, Doremy really slowed down, and Uyeshota is actually going to finish his zone before Doremy.
Wow, they perfectly balanced out there.
A really even game. I mean, either player barely even has garbage, honestly. There's not really much to say. Should have dropped in some Tetrises in that right well. Like you said, it's very even. They're kind of waiting to see what kind of misdrops happen, or who really finds some clever way to get this advantage here. I think it's really going to come down to this zone here, who gets the best of it. So 42 from Doremy and 52, so that's not going to make a huge difference.
It does kind of put some messy garbage on Doremy's side, so he's going to try to work through this as efficiently as possible.
Yeah, if he gets that T-block that he needs, a smart use of the T-spin single by Doremy to open up that garbage for him, and he's at the bottom of his board now.
Nice. Very well done by Doremy. He did not drop a beat there. He was moving through that messy garbage so quickly.
Yeah, it's definitely, you know, important to give Doremy credit there, because that's a down stack that a lot of players can mess up.
Yeah, honestly, if he had one mistake there, I think it could be lights out.
Uyeshota too, working through some confusing garbage. But he's sitting on that max zone.
I think he might have been sitting on it for a little too long, to be honest. We'll see what he can do here, though. Maybe he'll make me eat my own words.
I mean, he's fast enough to still, you know, he still finishes that out, ends up with a 50. Doremy's comboing on the other side.
Interesting.
A C-spin by Doremy, by the way, just so you know.
Oh yeah, and he had a funny I spin, but
overshadowed by the C-spin in my opinion. That was another C-spin, by the way. He just keeps them coming into a Tetris. Man, this has been the most evenly matched game of the set so far. Both players almost playing Ultra.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh, when we see the first misdrop by Uyeshota.
Oh, I don't know if he can survive.
And that's it.
Tied up?
Oh my god. One misdrop and it's over. So for people that don't know, a C-spin is a T-spin triple, and where the garbage clear from the T-spin triple creates a T-spin double. It's a beautiful act of Tetris technology.
You know, I need to have a command for forlol because forlol is like the ultimate resource for these kind of things.
Yes, if you go to 4.lol, it will have everything you need to become a Tetris god.
Yeah. Super T spins, C spins,
all the jargon,
Wolf Moon cannons,
all the
whatever it
lingo.
may be. Actually, I don't think Wolf Moon cannon is forlol material, but
Wolf Moon Cannon might be in the miscellaneous section. Let's see what Uyeshota is doing here. Looks like a failed 4-wide attempt. He still gets a 19 out of it with a 41 attack.
oh, Doremy's trying to fire back.
It's 6.
Oh, and it garbage!
Wow, that was close.
That's the dream. Wumbo just smiled.
All in his well for Doremy, so Uyeshota really just contributing to his own demise.
Oh, it paid
that's
off.
Unfortunate.
Doremy takes a lead.
7-6, punching back and forth. You know, if you look at the avatars for Tetris Effect Connected, you see Doremy's got the the Grand Master. You see they do the little finger guns there. I just always get a kick out of it. I think
Yeah,
it's
he's firing
fantastic.
like little key blast or something. Uyeshota does come off as a boxer though. I kind of looks like he's really throwing the punches there. You can feel the power.
I feel like we're seeing both players just kind of staring each other down. Both players with full zone.
Kind of a weird misdrop there from Uyeshota. He does find a nice fix to clean it up, but he does have to go like negate his entire zone combo.
Yeah, he needs to get some meter. So he's at half zone now, so very safe. Now we're seeing the 4-wides come out more and more as it kind of gets to crunch time. No player wants to lose. They're going to do whatever it takes.
Looks like Uyeshota has been consistently finding these 19s. Haven't really seen too many 20s from Uyeshota though.
And it is interesting, you know, it was, I don't want to say only a 50 zone for Uyeshota, but the 4-wide did not, you know, give him an automatic win in that sense. We are seeing some effects of the balancing of the 4-wide.
Alright, we did enter that phase 3. Both players in a fairly similar state. Doremy not with too much to work with currently, so I think Uyeshota, yeah, he's gonna fire back here. But knowing Doremy, he's gonna create something to work with.
Really just down stacking. Really smart placement of that eyepiece
Yeah,
by Doremy.
I agree.
Because if you look down at that eyepiece, there was not a single garbage hole underneath that eyepiece. So really good foresight by him.
Stuff like that is hard to pull off when you're moving so quickly. Doremy definitely plays with foresight at the center of his play.
Yeah, definitely easy to see when you're watching, but not easy to execute. Oh, Doremy's in a lot of trouble right now.
Nice down stacking from Doremy. Uyeshota pretty low to his board, kind of has a pretty standard T-spin Tetris setup.
Yeah, we're kind of seeing Uyeshota just work that advantage. Doremy's on the defensive. We're seeing Uyeshota continue to build up these huge stacks.
Yeah.
And you assume at some point Doremy's going to break, but he's holding strong for now.
Oh. Some misdrops there from Uyeshota.
That could be the chance that Doremy needs.
Right,
He's at the bottom of his board. Oh my god. Well, you see the effects of that third phase, how really no room for error. You take any garbage and you're right back to square one, down stacking all the way.
I kind of like these quarter zone jabs and survival uses here. A nice quick quarter zone jab when both players are kind of like just simply down stacking is a pretty good move.
Yeah, I wouldn't even mind seeing, if Doremy's at the top of his board and you're Uyeshota, maybe if you're at quarter zone, just pop it and see if you can get a quick kill. I think that's something worth considering. Now there's just no way Doremy lives. I saw that long.
Well, let's see. He has half a zone.
This one for sure.
I don't know. Okay, maybe you're right. I was optimistic, but I think
I'm like, I can't be wrong 5 times in a row. Nobody gets me 5 times in a row. I'll be right the 6th time.
Yep.
And like Blink says in chat, first to 3 now.
Yeah, beat me to it. This is going the distance. Long games, even play.
Interesting, you saw Doremy take a look at going for PCs. That's a tool that he hasn't really used in this set that we saw in his set versus Blink.
Yeah, it could be maybe difference in opponent. I feel like some players are more susceptible to PC openers than others. Maybe he feels like he might be giving Uyeshota too much of like fodder to be used back against him for whatever reason. Blink, don't take this the wrong way, but I feel like 10% of my wins against Blink are PC openers. All right, a quick win there
by
for Doremy.
Doremy, just like that. Oh man. What are we gonna see here? Oh, DT Cannon going to the comfort food for Doremy. The classic. Uyeshota kind of, a little more of a standard, just a long Tetris stack with the T-spin set up in the middle of it.
Yeah, standard play, but he throws a lot of speed.
Oh my
into
gosh!
it.
You look at this eye drop misdrop by Uyeshota.
A bit of latency there for a second, but yeah, where were we? Yeah, rough misdrop there from Uyeshota to kind of negate his potential zone combo. But he's moving along very quickly, and he already has max zone.
Yeah, really impressive for Uyeshota to really bounce back there, because you were wondering with that misdrop, what is Doremy's answer going to be, and it didn't come fast enough.
That was also interesting from Uyeshota. Once again, I feel like I like his decisions to not always try to hit the 20 line combo, for example. He was just kind of building into the next, building it to keep a strong stack, because for one, at this point in the game, you're still kind of accepting clean garbage, right? So it's okay to accept a little bit. And two, it just gets you right back into your comfort zone, putting on pressure and being able to do what you do best.
Yeah, I think that... Yeah, I know, Doremy's in a bad spot. Now we're at 8-8. I was going to say that I think that you kind of have a choice when you're at the top of your zone. And in that choice is, do I take an extra second and try and eke out another 1 or 2 lines? Or do I just end quick and go into my follow-ups? So now we're seeing T-spin triple setups from Uyeshota. It worked from before, will work again.
Oh, this is crazy. first to zone. I feel like we usually see Doremy zone first.
Oh, misdrop by Uyeshota. This is what I say, you know, if you're at the top of that zone, you don't have to rush, because look at the position he puts him in now.
Yeah, it really did send him back. Let's see how he transfers this. Okay, he's back to that
really
6-3.
He has only a quarter zone to use. You see how that phase 1 really is forgiving. You know, Uyeshota didn't do a lot with that misdrop, but he's still okay. Even in an advantage game, maybe.
Yeah, those kind of misdrops on phase 3 are most likely dead. But Uyeshota being resilient, not slowing down. This is 8-8 in a first to 10. It's coming down to the wire. I had that feeling from the get-go. These guys are very even when it comes to the skill level. Could be.
Doremy has a really nice zone going.
Oh, is he gonna? Oh,
he tried. Yeah.
There might have been potential there. That was kind of tricky to solve. It wasn't as obvious.
So now we're in that phase 3. So every bit of garbage you take is going to be really consequential. Doremy doing a good job counting to 4 there and getting a Tetris. Uyeshota with a really clean board though, so I'd say he has the advantage right now.
Uyeshota with a nice double T-spin triple.
I mean, if Uyeshota wins this, I think that these T-spin triples are going to be what got it done for him. I think that's the difference maker right now.
Interesting time to zone. I guess it adds a bit to a combo, but I feel like I wonder if it would have been better to just take those T-spin triples first because he was so high to his board.
Really impressive. The fact that Doremy got a 41 out of that, but we don't really see the effects of that on Uyshota's board at all.
Oh, nice. Nice line there from Uyeshota.
We might be seeing game point soon.
Yeah, Doremy on the ropes here.
Great block by Doremy there. So that buys him a little more time. And he's about to have full zone. Oh, no.
Ooh.
Can all change in an instant.
He can navigate through this. He has quite a bit of zone. Not an ideal time to use it, but he manages as 12-25. I think he can actually balance this out very slowly. Uyeshota's still sitting on max. I'm surprised he didn't really take advantage of that.
I would say too with Doremy, you know, it's a 25 line send with the zone, followed by a big downstack combo, so it's more than it looks. But you know, you look at it, if Uyeshota doesn't, you know, pop the zone soon, he's pretty much giving up his advantage.
Yeah, I wonder, because there's a sense of security, right, if you just kind of sit on that zone and play extra safe, but I feel like he had opportunities to kind of, you know, try to take the win for sure.
That's true. You could look at it as a get out of jail free card. And also, this is something I mentioned earlier, is that if you try to capitalize and kill with the full zone, it takes so long for that zone to run out that Doremy might downstack out of it by the time you finish. So he could just think, well, I'm just going to keep the pressure on. I don't need the zone.
You know what? This time Uyeshota does go for it. He zones at the bottom of his board, but it's full, so he should be able to kind of work through it. This could be the kill.
14. Yeah, Doremy only has quarter zone. I think this is it. Only 6 lines. See what he can do with this downstack combo.
Oh, it's not the worst.
Pretty smart.
Nice.
He gets more zone with that downstack combo. He might live.
Oh my god, it would be crazy if he does. He needs to farm again, though.
Does he get another quarter? He doesn't get that last.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
The game was not going to give him that last bit of zone that he needed.
Wow.
And you kind of see the effects of all that downstacking. Doremy 116 drops per minute to Uyeshota's 130 when we've seen them be pretty close. So you see Doremy was so defensive that it dropped his speed quite a bit.
You know, there is one thing when it comes to sitting on that zone as well, right? You kind of, you're constantly applying pressure. So if you activate zone, you give your opponent, someone like Doremy, who is great at setting up APM, you give him room to kind of get down and get back into his comfort zone. If you don't activate your zone, you're just constantly ascending, right? So when they're already high to his board, maybe Uyeshota felt he wanted to just keep that pressure up. Either way,
Doremy's had a lot of action with this zone. He had
yeah.
So you see a 58. He had a couple T-spin triples, a couple T-spin doubles. This could be huge because when you think about this spike follow-up, if you can get this spike out before Uyeshota finishes his zone, I think he might just win outright right now. Oh no, but yeah, a 54 by Uyeshota.
Yeah, Uyeshota historically in this set has not been keeping up in that zone efficiency. So we thought that could have put on some more pressure, but nice 50 combo there from Uyeshota, and looks like he's going to zone first here. Doremy's putting on a lot of pressure.
Doremy has just been, very clean, kind of ultra
Oh my God.
score attack style comboing. Waiting for that. Where are these T blocks?
Yeah.
Doremy is asking. Where are the
I
T
think he
blocks?
still has him. This barely? Oh my God, if Uyeshota survives.
He might live, man. Well, we'll see because he's got one more double triple coming. Oh, he misdrops the T-spin. No.
Oh, Uyeshota with a misdrop as well, though.
Doremy has to capitalize. He's going to be kicking himself if he can't get this kill.
You don't want to get too tunnel vision on it, though.
That's true. Looks like that last misdrop might be it for Uyeshota, and we're going to have a not.
Oh, here we go, everybody. Get hyped because this is the last game in this killer set. 9-9, Doremy versus Uyeshota. Let's go.
Both players flashing a few sweat emotes there.
Insanity.
We have a little King Crimson by Doremy, but back-to-back T-spin triples. Like I said, it's the difference maker for Uyeshota. I can't imagine the nerves both players have right now.
Right,
Doremy
this
has
is the last
set
life
up.
in a long set. They've got to be. I'm feeling nervous. That's
You don't want to go through this just to lose 10-9.
All right, phase 2 kicked in. Looks like phase 2 does kick in at 20,000 points.
So Doremy has three T-spins so far in this zone, which is pretty good. 4 T-spins now, so this is going to be a 50-plus zone.
Oh, 57.
57.
What's the answer here?
4 wide. If we're being honest,
I
don't know if he has time.
A little sloppy there from Uyeshota, but I think he'll be okay. We'll see if Doremy can keep this pressure up.
Uyeshota needs 19, and I think he's going to get it. Oh, you see, he
Still
went
gets a
for
50.
20.
Yeah.
Or no, he didn't go for 20. He went to set up the T-spin, like you said, setting himself up for after the zone.
Okay, Doremy with the zone advantage on phase 3 is quite big. He already has max zone. So Doremy with a clear advantage right now. We'll see if he's able to apply it. Okay, here he goes.
Oh yeah, you see a big misdrop by Uyeshota, so I mean this could be the chance for Doremy to win this set, and that'd be a huge win for Doremy.
46 on phase 3 is very good. Let's just put it that way. So Uyeshota is on the ropes. What is the answer here? He misdrops.
I will say that's as fast as I've seen Uyeshota play all set. He was trying his heart out. He still has a quarter zone left, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
Oh, I think Doremy is the winner.
Look at that, 10-9. Doremy wins.
GG, 10-9. Very back and forth set. Pretty much the whole time back and forth. So long because these guys are so close in skill. Good games, Doremy. Congratulations to Kirby Plush for winning. And wow, that couldn't have been a better set.
Could not have asked for a better showcase of this game played at the highest level possible.
That was an awesome set. It's one or the other probably, but hopefully Uyeshota did enjoy that set because it was quite a show. And congrats. We also saw a great set between Blank and Doremy earlier, as well as a scrappy but fun set to watch between Bit by Byte and Uyeshota to start things off. So thanks
Yeah,
everyone
win
for
or
watching.
lose, I don't think you can be upset about that match at all.